Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Before we get into today's video, let me ask you, how many of us have heard that eggs are the perfect superfood packed with protein and nutrients? For most of us, eggs are a breakfast staple that we've been eating for years, right? But what if I told you that eating eggs the wrong way could actually harm your health? You might think that eggs paired with your favorite foods like toast, milk, or veggies are perfectly healthy. But here's the catch: certain food combinations could be preventing your body from absorbing the nutrients it needs. It might sound surprising, but some of these everyday pairings are actually reducing the health benefits of your eggs. In today's video, I'm going to share 4 common mistakes that many of us make when eating eggs, and how these combinations could be sabotaging your health. From pairing eggs with milk, high-fiber foods, coffee, and even sugary breakfast foods, we'll cover it all and explain why these combos can mess with your nutrient absorption. But before we jump into the details, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more valuable content to improve your health and wellness. So go ahead, click that bell so you'll never miss a new video from us. Now let's dive in, and I promise by the end of this video, you'll be shocked to learn how these 4 everyday food pairings could be affecting your health. Stay tuned. Mistake 1. Combining eggs with calcium-rich foods, milk, cheese, yogurt. Let's talk about a common mistake many seniors make when it comes to eating eggs. While eggs are packed with essential nutrients, did you know that eating eggs the wrong way could actually harm your health? One of the most common food pairings to avoid is eggs with calcium-rich foods like milk, cheese, or yogurt. Now you might be thinking, these foods are all healthy, right? And you're right, these foods are nutritious on their own. But when combined with eggs, they can limit your body's ability to absorb the nutrients it needs. So what's the problem? Eggs are an excellent source of iron, which is critical for keeping your energy levels up, especially as you age. But here's where it gets tricky. Calcium, found in foods like milk and cheese, can interfere with how your body absorbs that iron. When you eat them together, your body struggles to absorb all the iron from the eggs, reducing its effectiveness. Research shows that consuming calcium and iron at the same time can lower iron absorption by up to 60%. That's a big deal, especially for older adults who need more iron to fight off fatigue and keep their energy levels up. Let's break it down scientifically. Iron and calcium rely on the same absorption pathways in your small intestine. When you consume both at the same time, they end up competing for space, which means your body gets less of both. And for older adults whose digestive systems often work a little slower, this competition becomes even more of a concern. As a result, you might not be getting all the iron you need, and that can lead to tiredness, poor focus, and even increase your risk of heart issues. Let me tell you about John, a 72-year-old man from Florida. John, like many of us, used to have scrambled eggs with a glass of milk every morning. It seemed like a healthy breakfast, right? But after a few months, he started feeling drained and low on energy. He thought it was just a part of getting older, but it wasn't. When John learned about the connection between calcium and iron absorption, he decided to try something different. Instead of having his eggs and milk together, he started eating his eggs in the morning and saving the milk for later in the day. He also added vitamin C-rich foods like oranges to his meals, which helped his body absorb the iron from the eggs more efficiently. After making these small changes, John noticed a significant difference. He had more energy, felt sharper, and was able to enjoy his mornings again. Now you might be wondering, what can I do to make sure I'm getting the most out of my eggs? The key is to pair them with foods that help your body absorb iron better. Vitamin C is your best friend when it comes to this. Foods like oranges, tomatoes, bell peppers, and even strawberries can boost your iron absorption by up to 3 times. So, instead of adding cheese or milk to your eggs, try adding a slice of tomato or whip up an omelet with some fresh bell peppers. Not only will it make your eggs more delicious, but it will also help your body get the iron it needs. And what if you just can't give up your morning glass of milk? No problem, you don't have to completely cut out dairy. The trick is to separate your meals. Have your eggs with vitamin C-rich foods in the morning and then enjoy your dairy in the afternoon or evening. This gives your body time to absorb the iron from your eggs before you consume calcium. It's a small change, but it can make a world of difference in how your body processes nutrients. I know what you're thinking. This seems simple enough, but have you ever experienced feeling tired after eating eggs with dairy? If so, you're not alone. Many people don't realize that the way we pair foods can have a big impact on how well our bodies function. If you've noticed a difference after making this change, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's learn from each other. I can personally relate to this. As I got older, I began paying closer attention to my diet. I used to eat eggs with milk and cheese, thinking it was a balanced breakfast. But after learning about how calcium can block iron absorption, I decided to make some adjustments. Now, I separate my dairy and eggs and pair my eggs with vitamin C-rich foods like oranges or bell peppers. And let me tell you, I felt much more energetic throughout the day. It's such a small change, but it really made a difference in how I feel. The science behind this is also backed by experts. Dr. Susan Thompson, a nutritionist who specializes in senior health, explains, "Iron and calcium are both important nutrients, but when consumed together they can interfere with each other's absorption. For seniors, it's especially important to be mindful of how we combine foods to get the most out of our meals." It's great to know that small changes like this can have a big impact on how we feel day to day. So, now that you know how to make the most out of your eggs by avoiding this common food pairing, let's move on to another mistake that often goes unnoticed. In the next section, we'll discuss why combining eggs with high-fiber foods might also limit your body's ability to absorb essential nutrients. Stay with me. Mistake 2. Combining eggs with high-fiber foods, whole grains, oatmeal, leafy greens. Now, let's dive into another mistake many seniors make without even realizing it. It's something we all think is healthy, combining eggs with high-fiber foods like whole grains, oatmeal, or leafy greens. At first, it sounds like the perfect breakfast combination, right? You've got protein from the eggs and fiber from the grains and vegetables. But here's the catch. This combination might actually be hindering your ability to absorb the nutrients from your eggs, especially the fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, and E. Here's why this is happening. Fiber, especially the insoluble kind found in whole grains and some vegetables, can bind with the vitamins and minerals in eggs, making it more difficult for your body to break them down and absorb them. This is particularly problematic as we age, because our digestive systems slow down and become less efficient. When fiber gets in the way, your body doesn't have as much time to absorb all the goodness from your eggs. The science behind this is pretty straightforward. Insoluble fiber, which is abundant in foods like oatmeal, whole grain bread, and raw vegetables, acts like a sponge in your digestive system. It can create clumps that prevent your body from fully accessing the nutrients in your food. What's worse, fiber also speeds up digestion, meaning your body doesn't have enough time to absorb key nutrients like iron, zinc, magnesium, and the important fat-soluble vitamins from eggs. This can lead to nutrient deficiencies over time, even though you think you're eating a balanced meal. Mary, a 68-year-old woman from California, found herself in this exact situation. She loved starting her day with scrambled eggs, a bowl of oatmeal, and a side of raw veggies. It seemed like the healthiest way to go, right? But after a few months, she noticed that her energy levels were lower than usual, and she just wasn't feeling as sharp. Despite eating healthy foods, something wasn't adding up. Mary did some research, spoke to her doctor, and learned that the fiber from her oatmeal and raw vegetables was likely blocking her body from absorbing the nutrients in her eggs. After making a small change, she started eating her eggs with cooked vegetables instead. Mary felt a noticeable difference. Her digestion improved and she felt more energetic throughout the day. Her body was finally able to absorb the nutrients from her eggs properly, and she began feeling more vibrant. This is a perfect example of how even the healthiest-seeming food combinations can interfere with nutrient absorption. Dr. James Porter, a well-known nutritionist specializing in senior health, explains that fiber is crucial for many aspects of health, including gut health and managing cholesterol, but consuming too much fiber at once, especially with protein-rich foods like eggs, can reduce nutrient absorption. For seniors, it's important to be mindful of how fiber impacts nutrient uptake. Dr. Porter recommends that older adults space out their high-fiber meals from protein-rich foods like eggs to ensure the nutrients are fully absorbed. So, what can you do to make sure you're getting the most out of your eggs? The solution is simple. You don't need to cut fiber out of your diet, but you should try to eat fiber and eggs at different times. For instance, have your eggs in the morning with cooked vegetables like sautéed spinach or roasted bell peppers. Then, you can enjoy your oatmeal or whole grain toast later in the day, when it won't interfere with the absorption of the nutrients from your eggs. If you really love pairing your eggs with high-fiber foods, don't worry, you can still do it. But there's a better way. Instead of eating raw vegetables, which can be tough on your digestion, try cooking your vegetables lightly. Cooking softens the fiber and makes it easier for your body to absorb the nutrients in the eggs. A great option is to pair your eggs with sautéed greens like spinach or kale, or even roasted sweet potatoes. These combinations are not only tasty, but also more gentle on your digestive system, allowing you to absorb the nutrients from your eggs more effectively. Personally, I used to love having my eggs with whole grain toast and a big salad, thinking it was the perfect healthy meal. But after feeling sluggish for a while, I realized that the fiber from the bread and raw veggies might have been affecting how well my body absorbed the nutrients from the eggs. After making the change to cooked vegetables, I felt so much better. My digestion improved, I had more energy, and I started feeling more vibrant throughout the day. It's amazing how such a small change can make a big difference. Have you ever noticed feeling a little sluggish or low on energy after eating eggs with oatmeal or raw veggies? I know I did before I made this change. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. How do you balance fiber and protein in your meals? It's clear that while fiber is essential for good health, it's important to pay attention to how and when we eat it. Spacing out fiber-rich foods and eggs can help you get the most nutrients from both. Now that we've covered how fiber can interfere with nutrient absorption, let's move on to the next mistake many seniors make: combining eggs with coffee or tea. In the next section, we'll explore how these beverages can interfere with the absorption of essential nutrients, and how you can avoid this problem to make your meals even more effective. Stay tuned. Mistake 3. Combining eggs with coffee or tea. Now that we've explored how fiber and calcium can affect nutrient absorption, let's take a closer look at another common mistake that many seniors make: pairing eggs with coffee or tea. We all love our morning cup of coffee or tea. But did you know that drinking these beverages immediately after eating eggs can actually reduce the nutrients your body absorbs from the eggs? While coffee and tea are great ways to start the day, they could be interfering with your body's ability to get the full benefit of the protein and essential vitamins found in eggs. Coffee and tea contain a natural compound called tannin, which can bind with important nutrients found in eggs, such as iron, zinc, and B vitamins. This binding process makes it harder for your body to absorb these vital nutrients. While tannin doesn't completely block nutrient absorption, it reduces the efficiency of the process. And for older adults, this can be a significant problem, as we may already experience slower digestion. Take Tom, for example, a 75-year-old man from New York. Tom had always enjoyed his eggs with a nice hot cup of coffee every morning, thinking this was a healthy and energizing breakfast combination. However, after several months, he began feeling more tired and sluggish than usual. Despite eating healthy meals, something just wasn't right. He was still feeling drained and wasn't getting the energy he thought he should from his food. After reading up on nutrition and speaking with his doctor, Tom learned that the tannins in his coffee were likely interfering with his ability to absorb the nutrients in his eggs, particularly iron, the very mineral that supports energy levels. Upon this revelation, Tom decided to change his routine. He began separating his coffee and eggs, drinking water or vitamin C-rich fruit juice with his eggs in the morning instead. For example, he swapped his coffee for a refreshing glass of orange juice or a slice of tomato with his eggs. This simple change helped Tom's body absorb the nutrients from his eggs more efficiently. He noticed significant improvements in his energy, digestion, and overall well-being. Not only did he feel less fatigued, but his digestive system also seemed to work better, and he felt more vibrant throughout the day. So, what exactly is happening here, and why does this matter? The science behind it is that tannins are polyphenolic compounds found in coffee, tea, and even some wines. These compounds can bind with minerals like iron, zinc, and magnesium, as well as B vitamins, forming complexes that are hard for the body to absorb. For older adults who may already experience slower digestion and reduced nutrient absorption, this interference can be more pronounced. Studies have shown that drinking coffee or tea with meals can reduce iron absorption by as much as 50%, which can lead to iron deficiency over time. According to Dr. Susan Thompson, a leading expert in senior nutrition, tannins found in coffee and tea are more likely to interfere with the absorption of essential minerals like iron and zinc in older adults. Given that these nutrients are crucial for maintaining good health, it's especially important for seniors to be mindful of when they consume coffee or tea in relation to meals that include nutrient-dense foods like eggs. So, what should you do to get the full benefit of your eggs without giving up your morning coffee or tea? The simplest solution is to avoid drinking coffee or tea immediately after eating eggs. Instead, drink water or a vitamin C-rich beverage like orange juice, grapefruit juice, or even a slice of tomato, which will help your body absorb the iron and other nutrients from the eggs more effectively. Vitamin C has been shown to enhance iron absorption by as much as 3 times, making it the perfect companion for your eggs. I can relate to this myself. Like many of us, I used to have coffee with my eggs every morning, thinking it was the perfect breakfast combination. But after feeling sluggish and low on energy for a while, I did some research and learned about how coffee can interfere with nutrient absorption. So I made a small change. I started drinking water or orange juice with my eggs, and I saved my coffee for later. Since making this simple adjustment, I've noticed a huge difference in my energy levels and digestion. I feel more awake, energized, and better able to absorb the nutrients from my food. Do you enjoy coffee or tea with your eggs in the morning? Have you ever noticed feeling tired or sluggish after that combination? I know I did before I changed up my routine. Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you balance your coffee and egg meals. Mistake 4. Combining eggs with high-sugar foods, pancakes, waffles, or pastries. Another mistake many people, especially seniors, make is combining eggs with high-sugar foods like pancakes, waffles, or pastries. At first glance, this might seem like a satisfying breakfast. You get your protein from the eggs and your carbs and sugar from the pastries or waffles. However, combining eggs with these high-sugar foods can throw off your blood sugar balance and leave you feeling fatigued and sluggish later in the day. The problem here is simple. High-sugar foods, like those found in pancakes, waffles, or sugary pastries, cause a spike in your blood sugar. This can trigger an insulin response, which may lead to a drop in blood sugar a few hours later, leaving you feeling tired, irritable, and low on energy. When you eat eggs with high-sugar foods, the sugar causes an insulin spike, And while the protein in eggs is beneficial, it doesn't prevent the sugar crash that happens afterward. Let's consider the example of Jane, a 70-year-old woman from Arizona. Jane loved to have eggs and pancakes for breakfast. She felt full and satisfied initially, but after an hour or two, she would experience a serious energy slump. She felt sluggish, often needing a nap, and noticed she was more irritable than usual. After talking to her doctor and learning about the effects of sugar on her body, she decided to change her breakfast routine. Instead of combining eggs with pancakes, Jane started swapping out the sugary foods for whole grains like oatmeal or a slice of whole wheat toast. She also added a side of fruit, like berries or an apple, to balance her meal. Since making this change, Jane's energy levels have improved, and she feels much more balanced throughout the day. The science behind this is straightforward. When you consume high-sugar foods with a protein source like eggs, the sugar causes a rapid spike in your blood glucose levels, which is followed by a crash. This crash can leave you feeling fatigued, making it harder for your body to maintain a steady level of energy. Additionally, high-sugar foods contribute to weight gain and increased risk of chronic diseases, which is a concern as we age. Dr. Emily Harrison, a nutrition expert, explains, for seniors, managing blood sugar levels is crucial. Eating high-sugar foods with protein like eggs can lead to energy crashes later in the day. Instead, pairing eggs with whole grains or fiber-rich fruits can help maintain steady blood sugar levels and keep energy levels consistent throughout the day. The solution? Swap out high-sugar foods for healthier alternatives. Instead of pancakes or waffles, try whole-grain options like oatmeal or whole wheat toast. Pair your eggs with fiber-rich fruits like berries, apples, or avocado. This will help stabilize your blood sugar and keep you energized longer. Do you often combine your eggs with high-sugar foods like pancakes or pastries? Have you ever noticed feeling sluggish or tired after a sugar rush? Let me know in the comments below. What changes have you made to your breakfast routine? Today, we've uncovered 4 common food pairings you should avoid when eating eggs. Eggs with calcium-rich foods, eggs with high-fiber foods, eggs with coffee or tea, and eggs with sugary breakfast items. These mistakes may seem harmless at first, but they can actually hinder your body's ability to absorb important nutrients and affect your overall health. The key takeaway: to get the most nutritional benefit from your eggs, it's important to pay attention to how you combine foods and when you eat them. Making small adjustments in your eating habits can lead to big improvements in your health, energy levels, and digestion. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you been making any of these mistakes with your eggs? Share your story and eating habits in the comments below. We're all here to learn from each other's experiences. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our next health tip. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.